Man, this is a great exercise because you're going to get a pump in your triceps, you're going to get a pump in the front part of your shoulders or your delts, and you're going to get a pump in the lower part of your chest. Hey guys, Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and I put together some just real straightforward basic exercises today that will help you get rid of those ugly man boobs. You know, moobs. But the problem is, guys, just doing these exercises is not nearly enough. There's lots of other variables and factors that go into actually creating the man boobs in the first place, and then how to get rid of them is also just as complex. Lots of things. So it's not just exercise and just nutrition, although those two things are very important. There's a bunch of other factors. And the problem is, if I try to kind of get into everything that's involved, this video would take an hour, okay? And all you guys would fall asleep and get really mad at me. So I don't want to do that. I hate boring you guys. So what we did instead is we created a 5-part video series on how to get rid of man boobs, all right? Click the link in the description. It'll take you there. All we're going to do is ask you for your email address, and then boom, you can view those videos whenever you want to, okay? And then you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to watch. You can rewind them, whole 9 yards. So that's a much better way to get the information to you, because like I said, if we tried to, crunch everything into this video, man, it would get long and boring, and I don't want to do that. So before I get into the real straightforward exercise that I think you guys are going to like, just want to remind you, we got a cool Facebook group, over 21,000 men in there. I'm the moderator, so I'm the guy, answering questions. But it's not just exercises, guys. It's nutrition. We talk about injuries. There's a lot of humor, a lot of funny stuff, a lot of memes in there, and it's free. Don't turn down free stuff, okay? That's a biggie. And then secondly, help us spread the good word about this channel that you're watching all these videos on. And the best way to do that is to hit that little thumbs up like button, all right? Share it with your buddies, and be sure and subscribe to this channel. All right, so no good man boob exercise video could go without my favorite, probably the best all-around chest exercise, and that is dumbbell bench press. Now guys, you can do this on the floor if you don't have a bench like I do. And if you do it on the floor, be sure and take a cushion off your couch and put it under your back, in between your shoulder blades. That way you'll get a bigger range of motion, okay? And these incline benches are not very expensive, guys, and they last forever. So if you can, I do highly recommend you just get on Amazon and buy one, okay? I've loved this thing, and I've had it for years and years, and it's just, there's no parts to wear out, okay? Now, guys, form is important. I harp on that a lot, okay? But it's partly because it's something that I can feel working when I'm doing exercises, but it's also, I follow tons of really serious bodybuilders. I mean, young guys in their 20s and early 30s that compete, get on stage, and almost to a single one, they all talk about what they wish they had known when they first started, and that is use lighter weight and really, really focus on the form, and that way you can literally feel the muscles better. All right, if you use too much weight, you end up straining. All right, and straining is not bad, but the problem is you're not really feeling the muscles engage. All right, so I've got some super light dumbbells here. Now this is not what I want you guys to do. I want you to use a weight that's hard to do for 8 to 12 reps. All right, but still use really good form, all right? Now the other thing is, guys, you'll notice that I have a slight incline on the bench here. You can do them flat, all right? But typically, if you only have time to do one flat or incline, I recommend incline. At least a minimal incline like this. You can also go a little bit steeper, all right? But this is literally my favorite chest building exercise. All right, now a couple of things here. Remember, I'm using a super light weight here so that I can talk to you guys, all right, instead of straining through every rep. I want you to notice the angle of my hands, all right? So I'm not holding the dumbbells like this, all right? When I do that, see how my elbows flare straight out, all right? All right, that's not the optimal position. I want you to allow your hands to rotate This is a more comfortable position. See how my elbows have come in slightly? And now I can press straight up and down. And when you have your hands in this position, or your wrists in this position, you'll be able to engage more chest fibers, okay? And that's the key, guys. We want to engage the biggest percentage of pectoral muscles as possible. That'll make us stronger, which means we can lift heavier weight. And of course, that means we're damaging more muscle fibers. And see how deep I can go at the bottom? All right. All right, I can allow these flanges to come down here and basically touch your chest. All right, if you can go down that deep. And then at the top of the movement, try not to bring the dumbbells together, because when you bring them together like that, now the weight is really being held up by my bones and my joints. I'm not really flexing my chest much. If you stop here with the dumbbells apart from each other, I still have some muscles engaged in my chest, so I'm still under tension, all right? So guys, if you pick the right weight, all right, that means you're gonna get to that 8th, 10th, 12th rep, and you're gonna be close to failure, even though you're using strict form. All right, so guys, when we're building our chest, I always include a fly movement, all right? So you got a pressing movement, which was what we just did there, and now I'm gonna show you how to do dumbbell flies. When I'm at the gym doing this, I really like to use the cable crossover machine, fantastic. But you know, we're at home, we got limited equipment, but you can still get a fly movement into your chest workout, and that's the key. Now the other thing is, guys, when you select your weights for these flies, you're gonna have to go a lot lighter than when you're pressing the dumbbells. And that's just a matter of physics. So let me just put these down real quick and explain. When I'm doing a chest press like we did a minute ago, all right, the weight is being held in my hand, and you got a lever from here to here. So everything's rotating around my shoulder joint, and the weight's pushing down, and it's only this far apart, all right, from my shoulder. And your muscle doesn't know how far the dumbbell is out. It just knows how much weight is being pushed down against it, all right? Now, when I'm doing a fly, all of a sudden I take the weight and I move it way out here. Now look how long the lever is from here to here. It's the dumbbell, the weight has got more leverage over my pec muscles out here versus here. And that is the entire reason why you have to use less weight when you're doing flies. It's as simple as that. All right, so here we go. Pick a light weight, guys. And I would say err on lighter than you think you need to use, all right? You can always go up in weight, but if you're using too much weight, then your form will really suffer, all right? And then you just really won't get that mind-muscle connection. All right, so here we go. Start up here, all right? Now, I like to have my hands in this same position, all right, at the top, just like the press movement. But as I come out, I go to about here. This is, you know, and it's gonna depend on your shoulder, guys. But see how my elbows have a slight bend in them? You know, don't lock your elbows out straight. Keep a slight bend and just go down as deep as you can, as deep as your body will let you. I'm just basically listening or feeling my shoulder joints here. So I'm not feeling any pain here. I'm feeling a great stretch though in my pecs. And then once again, at the top of the movement, I stop here. I don't go all the way up, because when I go to here, I take a lot of the tension off of my pec. Now another thing, guys, I left my bench at a slight incline here. You can do these flat if you want, all right? But I feel more engagement and a better pump when I have the seat back at a slight incline. Once again, guys, always try to get in at least one fly movement when you're doing a chest workout. All right, so the third final exercise today is something called a chair dip. Now there's different ways to do dips. Sometimes we do dips and we put our hands behind us and we do dips this way. Well, that focuses on your triceps. This is a chest exercise. I want to get rid of those man boobs by helping to build more muscle, which is part of the puzzle of getting rid of those man boobs. And this is a really fun way to do it. Now guys, it is a body weight exercise, but I'm going to show everybody from beginners to more advanced guys how you can adjust this to make it the correct difficulty for your fitness level, okay? So get a couple of chairs, all right? And I'm gonna put my hands on there, and there's several ways to do this, but mainly it's a function of how much I assist myself, all right? So I'm going to lean forward, and then I'm just gonna go straight down and go as deep as I can. Man, I can really get deep here. I get a good stretch, and then I'm just gonna push straight up. So my toes are still on the ground, okay? And that's helping me balance myself. Ooh. And I'm getting a great squeeze with my chest. And this is really focusing on the lower part of your pecs, but you're also engaging your shoulders and your triceps. So we're working several different muscles here in addition to our chest. Now, guys, if you're really overweight, if you're a beginner, real straightforward, you can still do this exercise. Just bring your feet closer here, all right, to the center line of the chairs. And that way, when you go down, you can use your feet, all right, and your legs to help lift your upper body in addition to your chest, triceps, and shoulders, all right? So you can basically assist yourself with your legs on every single rep. So if you're starting to get fatigued and you've only made it to 6 reps, just kind of push up a little bit with your legs. And the closer you put your feet to the center line here, the more you can help yourself lift your body up. Man, this is a great exercise because you're gonna get a pump in your triceps, you're gonna get a pump in the front part of your shoulders, so your delts, and you're gonna get a pump in the lower part of your chest. And once again, you can be 50 pounds overweight and still do this because you're not really lifting your entire body weight. You're using your legs to help assist you just to the point that you require, all right? So anybody can do this exercise. All right, so guys, 3 real straightforward exercises on how to get rid of those man boobs, but guys, it's more than just these 3 exercises, trust me. There's a lot involved to it. And that's why I want you to click the link in the description below this video so that you can get access to that 5-part video series that we put together for you guys, because there's a lot involved. And it's not just exercise, it's not just nutrition. There's a lot of hormonal things that are going on in your body that you need to know about so you can help yourself get rid of those moves. But guys, remember, you better stick with it and never give up on yourself.